Slayers. What's up? It's your girl Tiana, aka the Swagslayer from Swagslayer.com with my lovely co-host Rhonda from the Pink Diva Studios. I am giggling because I tried to already start the live, but then forgot to hit the live button, and it was a whole thing. But we're here now. How are you, Rhonda?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I am good. I'm good. It is hot in Florida, which is my absolute favorite thing. But I didn't get to wear my clothes. So I'm trying to wear them now. I have on my two-piece outfit again. You know, I've only worn it once for the photo shoot on IG.
And look at me. I'm sleeveless like I'm in Florida.
Right. I actually have two of these outfits left for sale on my Posh Closet. Not this one, because this one's mine. But I have a medium and a small on my Posh Closet. And it's a matching bottom, same color with the silver Converse. Because you guys can't see it because my name's in the way. But the silver Converse across the leg. But girl, I love it. It's so comfortable.
Do you have left? My granddaughter would love that.
I have one large and one medium left.
Oops, X that.
Yeah,
we some plus size sisters.
Sorry. And they're listed separate. So I have the top listed and then the bottom. So you got to bundle them if you want the whole outfit.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Michelle, thanks for joining. Hey, Penny, thanks for joining.
So today we are going to give you some nuggets on how you can manage your social media without having to pay somebody else to do it, because it can become expensive. It's an extra thing to add to your list of items that you have to pay for. Well, this one is 100% free. It's user friendly, and you already have it, and you just probably don't know it. So it is called Facebook Creator Studio, which came out first, but there's now an Instagram Creator Studio. So Instagram Creator Studio is probably the one we're going to talk about the most because it's usually the one we use the most. You can still post to your Facebook if you want using the Instagram Creator Studio. There's an app for it, and there is a website. It is much easier to use from your desktop version. Trust me, I hate being on my desktop, technically a laptop. I want to do everything from my phone, but I just couldn't. It was just, I could, but it was like a tedious hassle. So when I got on the computer, it was like a seamless click, 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 pick a time, post, done. And it schedules everything for you. So we're going to go over some of the things that you can do with it, the different types of things you can post, how you can set it up. So first step is how you set it up. You'll just Google Instagram Creator Studio. You'll click the link. And if on your computer, you're already logged into your Instagram, it will just ask you to verify that this is the Instagram, and it'll auto sign you in. So once you're signed in, everything is in front of you. I was going to show you guys mine, but I couldn't figure out how to log out. I really just wanted to show you from the beginning, but I couldn't figure out how to log out of mine. So I may still pull
it up. Don't log out if you don't remember that password, girl, because that's a hassle.
Yes, we can't do that because I definitely don't know it.
No. Okay, well, don't do that because that is a hassle in itself.
It's a whole thing. And most of the time, when you do sign in, it might bring you to your Facebook Creator Studio first. That's fine. Don't panic. If you don't want to post to your Facebook, you don't have to. So you can still just click the Instagram at the top. So, okay, it may be letting me do it. So let me share my screen because I was trying so hard to get out of it so you could see what it looked like. So I think I have it now. Yes. So cool. You'll come here and it says Creator Studio for Instagram, and it's asking me to connect my account, which now I'm a little nervous because I probably did sign myself out by mistake trying to figure out how I could do it. So I'm going to see. I took it off screen share because I don't know what's going to pop up and I don't need to broadcast that. So it does remind you that if anyone has privileges on your account, that they will also be able to access this. So just remember, if you have given someone a privilege on your account, they'll also be able to do the same thing. So you'll click OK. I don't know what's going on with my throat today. Excuse me. So I clicked OK. Yep. And I know exactly what's happening. So this isn't my computer. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
This is my husband's computer. I was like,
Well,
when did
that
I
would
sign
be
out? Exactly. So let me see. I'm gonna connect his, I think, if I can remember his password, and then still show you what it looks like. But there's no guarantee I can remember his password. So anyway, after you say yes, you want to connect it, that somebody else can view it and have the permissions, then you'll see everything you've ever posted. And that is the best part, that you'll see everything you ever posted, when, what type it was posted, if it was monetized, if it was not monetized. And that's really an important key, that you can choose to monetize or not monetize your information. So after you connect your account, the next thing it'll say here is welcome to the Creator Studio. It'll give you some information, and then it'll ask you to click on Get Started. So you'll click Get Started right there, and then that's when all of your things will come up. So right here, you can see that it says like monetization, blah, 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 brand collaborations, where if you've posted like a giveaway or something with a business or they're paying you, like you can click and put that in there. Here's the calendar. It says you can schedule and publish posts with this calendar view. That's the most important and exciting part. When you go to create a post, you can choose to put, if you what time you want to post it. If you want to post it right then, you can. If you want to schedule it for a later date, you can pick a date and a time to schedule it here. This is where you go in and put your monetizations, and then of course your brand collabs. It does have insights. If you're used to YouTube insights, this insight is not as detailed, but it's still good information for you to look at, just like the information on your Instagram, and you can find it all here. And then you can switch between your Instagram accounts down here. And I didn't even look at resources, so I can't inform you guys on that, because I never clicked there. So I probably should later on and figure out what's going on with the resources. But I'm sure it's like questions and answers and different things like that. So again, like I said, since I'm in my husband's, before I share the next screen, let me be sure that I am not showing information for him that I should not be. So, okay. Yeah, so this is fine. Okay, so here is the calendar view. So he posted, I guess, January 2021 on the 31st at 3:50. That doesn't make any sense because this is December. Lord, I was like, what? Okay, this is December 31st.
Let's get in the right month, man.
January 1st, yeah. So he posted something at 3:54 p.m. And then if he had anything else for January, he doesn't really use his social media account. So he doesn't have a lot of posts, but it shows you here. This is, I believe, just a photo, because the little icons all stand for something. So let me go in. Why is my phone ringing? Okay. Sorry, guys.
Oh, excuse me, y'all. Oh.
So then when you click on your content library and post that was at the top left, that's when it'll show you all of the, let me put it full screen for you. Okay, so here I click content library and post. So it shows what you posted and then the date. As you can see, like I said, he hardly ever uses this. So this was August 23rd, 2020 at 10:36 a.m. He posted a story. So you see this little symbol, it stands for story. If you forget, you hover over it, it says story. Then here, this one's a photo. So this little picture means photo. He posted the same day, and then he probably just turned that into a story. This says archive because it was a story. You know, they go away after 24 hours. This one says published because it is just a post on his feed. And so same thing as you go down, there's a third one. So this is a carousel. You know how we put multiple photos in the feed under one post? It's called a carousel. So this is the that icon for carousel. So he posted multiple pictures in this posting in July. And then there is one for IGTV, but He definitely doesn't do IGTV, so I can't show you the symbol for the IGTV one. So all the little symbols let you know what was posted, when it was posted, what time it was posted. The very best thing about this scheduler is you can schedule your IGTVs. I know that's insane because you're like, what? How do I schedule IGTV? Because they're usually live, right? But some people pre-record their IGTV and post it at a later time. You can schedule that right here in the scheduler. You can schedule videos and photos as well. I'm just letting you know I have to take it off the screen every now and then just to make sure, because this is not my account. So if you want to see your videos, so we were in all content first. You want to see just your videos, you click videos, just your photos, just your carousels, just your stories, and just your IGTVs. You just select up here and they'll all come down in the drop down so you can see exactly what you have. So then when you go into create a post, you can put Instagram feed or you can select IGTV. We're going to go to Instagram feed. And then here is where you'll write your caption. You can add a location here. And then you'll click add content to pull your content off your laptop or desktop. And then over here, it does have some advanced settings. I did not use those, but you can turn off commenting if you like, if you don't want anyone to make a comment on your post. But here's just where you start. And then, excuse me, once you fill everything in and you're ready, you can, this will be highlighted blue and you can just publish right now. But if you want to schedule it, you'll click this little drop down and schedule will come up and it'll be a little calendar and you just pick the date and the time that you want to schedule that post. And as we know, people charge us to schedule things to run our social media management. But for so many of us, we are definitely hesitant for security purposes not to give out that password. And when we do give out that password, there's really no going back. They do have software where you put all your passwords into a software and then you give the person you want to go in access to that. But then that's all, you know, that is a third-party app. And the reason we're sharing Facebook Creator Studio and Instagram Creator Studio is because it is safe to use with Facebook and Instagram, because as so many of us have learned, and I hope I never have to learn, it makes me so nervous, we don't want our IG account shut down and we really don't want to have to start over. Can we do it? Yes. Will we do it if we have to? Yes. But if we can avoid that and just use the tools that they give us that don't cost us anything, we can avoid those things.
Yes, I totally agree with that because free is key.
Yes. And I know that Rondell definitely looked up other platforms that you can use that do similar things, but that cost money. And we're going to go over those so you can kind of see, okay, these are services that they provide, but I'm getting those same services because I know some people do use those services. And that's why we wanted to bring you this content today. Rhonda, what's great services do you want to tell us about, darling?
Let me just give y'all the tea, honey. We can use, now I tell you, a while back, I even contemplated having someone, go in and do posts for me that I created or whatever. But let me just tell you, I was just like, that is just, even before I looked all this up, I was like, that's just ridiculous, but of course I was working with my school load and everything else. And it was just becoming hectic for me. But I'm so glad that I did not make that move and chose to just, continue on the way I'm going. Is because most of the time, these people or company, most of the time it's an individual, yes, first of all, that does all this. And they get anywhere from between $25 to $35 an hour, yeah, working from 10 to 20 hours. And monthly, that can cost anywhere between $250 to $700 a month. Now that's just now that being said, that's just depending on which creator or consultant or management that you use, because what they will help you do is they'll help with a heavy workload. Most of the time, not what they do, but most of the time we feel this way because we have a heavy workload. You can't keep up with any type of if you're working with leads for your emails, or you can't keep up with um, you're meeting your goals, or you're just experiencing some burnout. See, this is when we start thinking, I need some people to do this, I need somebody to do that. Well, that's all fine and good, but you can outsource if you would like to Upwork. I tried Upwork. I looked into them when I was trying to figure out a logo. And, price wise, it wasn't bad, but it was just more than I wanted to spend. I'm beginning to find out that I'm a little cheapskate when it comes to social media, uh, and not wanting to pay, so much money to outsource things, and I think that's probably because Fiverr has me spoiled, because you can go on there and you can find things, for less money, or you can look under Craigslist, or you can, but these are people that are contractors.
Right.
So that's the contract. Now, social media consultant, they do manage your social media. They also show you how it's done. So they also, not only do they go in and handle your business, they show you how to handle your business and how you should, work and use Instagram. Well, we're all different because we all have different uses for Instagram. Some people just are on there just for the social media. Some people sell on Instagram. Some people, have other reasons. So, I mean, how are you going to show me, do you know all those reasons? Do you know all those tips and techniques, for each individual thing? Because you're taking a chance that this person might not know that. They also cost between $250 and $3,000 a month. I mean, that's a lot of money. Do you know what I could do with $3,000? Chad, please. you know, and that's just a consultant, of course. And then you have a social media management group, and they typically are a combination of just a contractor and the consultant. They know all the metrics, they have the accountability, and that can cost you between 500 and 3,000 a month as well. So, I mean, just think about all that money that you would be saving just using this Instagram. What is it? What do you call it? A scheduler, a planner, management?
Create
Yeah,
the creator studio.
creative. Okay, well, creative studio. So, I think that that would be the best investment. I mean, I'm excited. I'm actually going to check into this today because I have, and I was telling Tiana, earlier, that I have tried to schedule a post, but I don't know which one it was that I used. But honey, all that thing did was remind me to post after I had set it all up. Okay, it's going to post on this day. I don't have to worry about it. And no, it reminded me to post it. I'm like, but you're supposed to be posting it
Right.
for me.
Right.
But it did not. So that kind of turned me off from even doing it. So I'm really anxious. I'm really excited to give this a try to see if it'll work like I needed to. It looks like it will. And I don't want to spend any money for someone to manage my social media. And there are people on Instagram who offer to do that.
They do.
Who offer to do your post and all this, that, and the other, and VAs and all this, that, and the other. But I just think that for me, my Instagram has to come from the heart. I mean, whatever I post is personal. I personally, these are my feelings. And I don't think that hiring someone could, get that across to, the audience.
And
So, yeah,
another
I
thing
would.
on that point, Rhonda, I think people don't realize is when you hire someone, a lot of times they're still asking you to take the pictures, send them the
Mhm.
caption, send them the hashtags, and then they'll post it for you. Well, then why am I
Well,
paying
child,
you?
if I went through all that, if I've taken the picture, if
Right.
I've made the caption, done my hashtags, why would I then send it to
Exactly.
someone to post it? I'm already at the end. I might as well post it myself.
Exactly.
I just don't. Yeah, I think that, and Terry is right. Normally, big companies do that, but like I said, I have seen people on Instagram who offer to to do your manage your social media. So I'm like, yeah, if I was, and at this day and time, you can connect this social media to that social media. So you can post once and it'll go to Facebook.
Yeah.
So I don't, yeah. For me, it's a no. It's a negative.
And that is, I'm glad you brought that up again, because when you create and schedule your posts, whether you do it in the Facebook Creator Studio or the Instagram Creator Studio, because again, they're the same. I don't know if I showed you, but it's just at the top. You switch it if you want to switch it. So right here on Instagram at the top, you can just click Facebook and it'll take you in there. But when you select it, you can schedule it, and you can still, so if you're an Instagram Creator Studio, at the bottom you can click also share to Facebook, so it'll share it to Facebook as well. So if you created it in Facebook Creator Studio and you want to share it to Instagram, you can click it and it'll share it there as well. And the cool thing about this is made by Facebook. Facebook owns Instagram. Right. So it's compatible with all their stuff. So you can post it to both places, not a problem. And for the Facebook one, you can click like post it to your feed, post it to your page. Like if you have a business page, post it in a group. So you still have those options of where to post it on Facebook through the Creator Studio. But I think it's so important that people understand that, people do charge for that. And instead of using the money, because granted, if you do have a good social media person that you use, they are going to teach you how to do it yourself. Mm-hmm. So at some point you will not need them to do it, but you may continue to use them for convenience. However, if you want to just go, free software, not have anybody in your account, you can use just a little bit of money to possibly take a course or buy someone's book just to learn the basics if you're new to social media and how to post, or you're not getting the engagement you want, so you need some tips. And a lot of times you can Google that, and that's free. You can use YouTube and search for that, and that's free.
And honey, you can go on Pinterest, because trust me, Pinterest has a whole lot of ideas about posting on social media. You can get ideas about what to post. They can, there's a slew of information on Pinterest.
Yes, agreed.
I love me some Pinterest.
Right. And so that keeps you in the free zone. Another thing that I want to tell you guys about that lets you post for free is if you're using Canva also has a scheduler. You cannot schedule to Facebook or Instagram from Canva, but you can do Pinterest, Twitter, and a host of other places that I don't use, but it is on the Canva scheduler. So don't forget about them. So yes, you may have to make the post twice, because you'll do it in the Creator Studio and it'll post to Instagram and Facebook, and then on Canva to post everywhere else. Now, I'm not for sure. I have the paid version of Canva. Can you use the scheduler, Rhonda, on the non-paid? I'm not for certain.
No, I can tell you that because I don't pay for Canva. You cannot use the scheduler on there. You do have to have a paid version of that in order to do that. Now, let me ask you this. I'm going back to something, because I know that you really just can't post from Instagram on your laptop. I know that Snazzy Souls showed me a little way that she does it, and she, can do that. So going through this studio, the creative studio for Instagram, that frees you up to, schedule your posts, and they just go ahead and post it on there, right?
Correct.
That'd be the only way able to, just do all my stuff on the computer, sometimes, but most of the time, I'm on my phone working and and posting and things like that. But I was, this would be the only way you can begin to post from your laptop to Instagram, is to go through the scheduler.
Correct. That is
the creative
studio. Yeah. Creator Studio. Yes. Okay. And so you would have to you'd have to do that. I'm gonna share a different screen really quickly. You would definitely have to do that, because there's no other way. But you remember, you can also post it automatically. So if you don't want to schedule it, you just want to post it right now, you can do that. So here's Canva's when you sign in, and then it says content planner. And so the content planner is where, if you have the free version, if you have the paid version of Canva, you can go here and plan your content. And so when you are planning that content out, you do have several places to list it, one of which is Pinterest. And then one of which, I'm trying to pull up the list, y'all. Give me a second. So I'll just hit choose a design because I don't want to have to wait for the thing. It's loading. So I'm like, where is it?
It's taking its time. It's Monday.
Yes. Okay. So if I wanted to schedule this in Canva, then I would come down and it says choose a destination, schedule to, and then so it does let you do Facebook. I would not. Again, Facebook is so picky about what third-party apps you use, and just so you don't get a strike, a shadow ban, or your account shut down, I would only use the Creator Studio for that. So no Facebook, but you can do Pinterest, LinkedIn, Slack, and Tumblr. So
is Tumblr still up and running?
I guess if it's giving you that option.
Well,
so then that way.
So surprised. I mean, because I was on Tumblr years ago, but I didn't even know that they were still up and running.
Doesn't Poshmark let you share your stuff? Can't you link your Tumblr on Poshmark? No? It's so many things that you can link on Poshmark that I don't. But it always is like, oh, do you want to share it to here too? I'm about to look. Let me see.
Well, girl, let me tell you, let's not even get started with that, because they ticked me off every time I wanted to share to Twitter. I had to go. They would kick me off.
Yeah,
and I'd have to sign in every single time. So I just said, forget about it.
Well, also, Twitter kept saying I was spamming because I used to do the edit, share, delete, whatever. You know, you go to list, edit, share, whatever. I don't do it anymore. Yeah. And so it would always hit all the platforms I had it on every time. So they kept saying I was spamming. So, yes, Brittany is confirming you can go to Tumblr. So, yeah, you can share to Facebook.
I had no idea Tumblr was still in business. That's good to know.
So if you have a Poshmark closet and you want to share your item or somebody else's, you can share it to Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, and Tumblr. Only brought that up because I was like, yeah, Tumblr has to be around because Poshmark is still letting us do that. So yes.
Well, you know, that's good to know. I might have to do a whole new account. I don't know. I had forgotten about Tumblr, to be honest, because you rarely hear about it.
That's true.
I totally forgot about it.
I only got a Tumblr when I got Poshmark to share my Poshmark stuff to my Tumblr. So if you can find mine, because I don't remember what it's called, all I have is just Poshmark stuff. So that is it. If you guys have any questions on how the Creator Studio works, how you can share from Canvas or Canva if you have it, or anything like that, definitely put them in the comments. I answer all the comments. And everyone who's live, I'll definitely answer them too. And then Terry says she stopped with Twitter. And I can understand why. Like, I have a different Twitter not connected to my Poshmark closet that I do post on sporadically, but not a lot. And it's usually just something new I just got in my closet. I put the link, the size, the picture, and then I guess if somebody comes across it, they can click on it and buy it. But I don't use it a whole lot. I think I am, with the scheduler in Canva, going to start using it more. I did post there the other night about the Swagslayer boxes for reseller inventory. So I think just because the scheduler is available to me, I will definitely use it more. But I wasn't using it because it was just too much to post everywhere. And I was like, I could skip that one. Who cares? So I get that.
I agree, Terry.
Well, you know what? Snapchat.
Well, you know what? Snapchat has actually slowed down. I can tell you that myself, because, of course, you know, Brianna is on. I'm on Snapchat, and Brianna is as well. But you know, she's on there more. She's on there more than I am. I'm here for the filters. So, you know, she even said that it has slowed down. She said, "Oh, you know, everybody's, you know, kind of over Snapchat a little bit." And I was like, "What? Over Snapchat?" So, you know, it has, since it's not as hot as it used to be. And Tumblr, look, I said I didn't even know Tumblr existed because for a while Tumblr was popping. I
Yeah.
mean, my daughter had an account on there as well. That's how I got on there, and I was doing some things and some posting and things. So I was today years old, knowing that it's still around.
Today,
You know?
so you know what I need to find out, you guys, and we'll probably do a video on it as soon as I figure out how to use it. My non-tech savviness is Periscope, because I remember Rhonda and I talked about it, and she was like, "Are people still using Periscope?" And I was like, "I ain't never used it, but I guess it's here, so I'm gonna figure out how to use it first."
Well, and I got
because what to do.
And though that my daughter just reminded me a while back about, I think it is called Patron. I think that there's a platform called Patron, not the tequila, because I'm here for that.
I never heard of that.
But I was just like, oh, and then we talked about Periscope as well. And I was like, well, I didn't even know Periscope was still, doing things. But I was like, well, okay, that's great. I mean, I think it's worth looking into. Instagram took out Tumblr and TikTok took out Snapchat.
What is Periscope for? Like, what's Periscope? What do you do on Periscope? I never used it.
I mean, it's just another social media, but I think that it just allows you to, to put your content on there. I think that it's like good. IG? I haven't been on Periscope in a minute, so I was on there briefly, only because of my daughter, and I was like, okay, well, at the time I was like, well, this serves me no purpose, because this is when I was just on social media, just for social media.
Right.
So I just need to know more about it and what it really does. I know that Patron gives you the option to more like a podcast basis.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
We're gonna have to look all these old school apps up for you, tell you what they work for, and tell you what's the better one. Because Penny was asking, she says she only has Facebook IG, and do we find the other platforms beneficial for the time? Only because I can use a scheduler and I can just click all of them and it shares everywhere. But no, I would not. If I personally was just going to type in each one, I would only use IG. I wouldn't even use Facebook, to be honest.
Well, yeah, and I used to share on my other IG. I used to share to Facebook because that gave me double the exposure with my weight loss. So when I was doing my weight loss blog, I shared it to Facebook as well. But now but now I don't do that. I just don't even connect it to Facebook because, that's my business. I don't need that Facebook to, know what I'm doing because it's more of a personal Facebook.
Oh yeah, I have a business Facebook. So yeah, that makes sense. Brittany was saying that Snapchat has definitely fallen off, but they are adding new features that allow you to post to different platforms as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I don't know. I don't use Snapchat for business purposes. Like I said, I'm just here for the filters, child.
I like the voice changer.
Oh yes, I remember MySpace. I love me some MySpace.
I
love MySpace.
My heart was broken. Do you hear me?
But Justin Timberlake bought MySpace thinking he was gonna bring it back, like he brought sex back. He thought he was gonna bring that back. But it's still, as far as I know, it was still kind of functioning, but more for the creatives, more for music, more for artists and things like that.
It was made for music people. That's how I got on, because I'm a huge rock fan. My favorite band of all time is Relient K. And so I made a MySpace page. Yes, I learned to code, which before I knew coding was even a thing. I did not know that. And I coded because we went to concerts all the time. Part of the reason I can barely hear, my hearing will go out because I had to be right by the speaker to hear it, right, to feel it in my chest. And so what happened is you can only have a top 8 on MySpace. But then I was a kid, so my friends were like, "Oh, I'm not in your top 8." Da, 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 da. So I went in and coded it and had a top 40 so I can include everybody. And so I coded my whole page top to bottom. It was black, of course, my favorite color. Okay. And then I put everybody on. It had all kind of fun features, stuff that moved. It was the best. And then we would link up for concerts. We know when the shows were. We post pictures of our concert tickets, our outfits.
Oh my God.
So much. We had so
I did. I love me some MySpace. I had a little cool page. It's pink, of course, but I connected with so many people on there.
Yeah.
And then it went up one day. It up and just was like, well, it's the end of the road for that. I was like, what is going on? And I got kind of excited when I thought Justin Timberlake was bringing it back. I was like, oh, he's going to bring it back. Well, I don't think, yeah.
But then how many pages can you, because I don't even use my Facebook no more. So like, I only moved to Facebook because I couldn't really use MySpace anymore. It's the only reason I went to Facebook. But I don't use that. I use IG the most now. And it's easy just to post and get out. I do like that on Facebook. I could like type how I feel instead of putting a picture and then typing under the picture. But whatever, if you have so many few characters, that makes it an Instagram size picture anyway, automatically, whatever you type. So I just think it's always going to grow and evolve. And, somebody is always trying to stay out of being titled blockbuster. Nobody wants to be the blockbuster because they were the big boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden it was like, what happened to blockbuster? Because they didn't evolve. They didn't grow. They didn't see the innovation. They didn't hire anybody to be innovative in order to keep that name, because that name could have gone on for hundreds and hundreds of years in a different way.
Right. Exactly. And Terry says Craigslist is dying. Let me tell you, I stopped Craigslist when they had all that. They were in the news for people meeting up with other people and doing things that they so I was like, I'm done with Craigslist. But before that, Craigslist was very, very helpful. It was informative. It had lots of things on there. I mean, you could buy furniture, get this free, or meet up with people to exchange items or whatever the case may be. It was good for that. But after that, the couple of incidences, I was like, well, Chad, no.
But then Craigslist, right. But how Craigslist is falling under the blockbuster category is they didn't innovate. Instead of bringing somebody in because somebody made it let go, somebody made offer up, like that's where they should have gone. And let's be real, we don't know. Just because it's Craigslist, the creators of Craigslist could also be the creators of Let Go or partner with, because they do behind the scenes stuff, which is smart. But they had like a Craigslist app, but it was bad. It was not user friendly at all. So, that made it difficult for them to kind of transition. But I posted the other day about American Eagle Outfitters. They're closing down like 200 and something plus stores in the next 2 to 5 years, I think the article said. And then they're going to open more Aero stores up. But this is a thing, like instead, like when we all had to go into quarantine before that, like I think there should have been, some more transitions. Of course, I don't run a multi-million-dollar company yet. So I don't know what all those challenges are. But I do know over time from reading, paying attention to history, looking at other companies, they wait so long to add an innovator onto the team. They hesitate so long. They're like, it's going good. Why change anything? Well, you have to continuously be moving forward. Not too fast, of course, but continuously moving forward. You don't want to grow too fast, but you also don't want to slow down. Because you want to make sure
I think there's nothing wrong with being a little bit ahead of the game. I think that's fine. But I think also I agree you don't want to go too fast. But I definitely know that some companies, they just are comfortable where they're at. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it type mentality. Well, you can't always do that because things change daily. I mean, daily. So you have to, have a team who is keeping up with these changes. And when it's time to change, you need to move forward, you
have to remember your first original team was an innovator.
Right. Companies just have to continue to evolve in order to stay relevant.
Yes.
And that's just like with any of us. I mean, we have to, come up with new things or come up with, stay in the know with things. And, because things do change even in the retail business on a daily basis.
Yes. Yes.
So you just have to stay have to keep reading, keep being aware, research, and all these things. I just did a bunch of research on some, on plus sizes that I'll be sharing. So you just have to stay on top of things.
Terry was saying, that people use blah blah blah. I just use my Facebook page, but people that are not entrepreneurs are on Facebook more than on Instagram. So I think Facebook, you can sell there, because I even heard experts in the field say, don't buy an Instagram ad. Do all your ads in the back office of Facebook, and they'll go to Facebook and Instagram. And I thought that was very interesting, because there are so many more customers on Facebook just hanging out. And I do agree with Terry, people who are making stuff, creating stuff, promoting stuff, they are on Instagram. So you just think about it, it's a pool of people just in chill mode, like, hey, a consumer on Facebook. So it would make more sense to put your ads on the backspace of Facebook. And the fact that they're just regular people, they're not pushing stuff. They're the ones actually having everything pushed to them. So you can convert a customer from there for sure.
And now I have a ran ad on Instagram that I also shared on Facebook, which worked out really well, because it led people back to my blog, and that was wonderful. Because that adds to your growing numbers, and you get new members and things like that. So that worked out really well. So I can say that is a good idea to do. I mean, actually going to do one once the book drops.
So, I can't wait. Y'all better be ready for this pre-sale, and you better get your book before it sells out. I'm telling you,
I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm just gonna share that this book is gonna just either make you laugh, or you're gonna be like, oh, she what? It's going to give you all that. What? Oh, ha, 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 ha. So you're going to get all that in this book. I tell you.
What did Terry call it last night? What did she call it? She put the two words, drama and comedy.
A dramedy. Yes. It is that. I guess we could put it under that category. It is that indeed. But it really, I'm just really excited to introduce you to more than you already know about me and my journey and my weight loss journey. But we got off track. We weren't even supposed to be talking about that, but here we go.
That's why the show was live, boy. You never know what you're gonna get. But no, what Terry is saying, she saw that cable TV would die 10 years before it actually happened. You do need to be aware. And that's so true, because people follow trends, they report on trends. If you're not watching the news, because I understand the news sometimes can be too much.
Oh, I love the news, honey. I watch it 3 times a day.
What? No, I would be so depressed. But no, read your news at least. So you know what's going on. Like the same sad story.
Oh no! See, it comes on at 4, and then it comes on again.
You know the time.
Yeah, girl. Yes, I mean, because you know what? I've been watching the news. So I mean, years,
right?
Decades.
Your whole life. Yes.
Yeah. So I just think that sometimes they report things on the 4 o'clock that they don't cover on the 5 o'clock, and sometimes they report stuff on the 5 o'clock they don't report on the 6 o'clock. And so
I agree with that, except for, let's say each newscast is an hour. So the one thing that wasn't reported at 4, that's reported at 5, I still have to listen to the other 59 minutes of garbage I already heard on the other one.
Well, that is true.
Right.
That is true. But I mean, while I'm doing that, I'm also, working behind the scenes on my own stuff. So yes. I know, I mean, it's not like I'm intently sitting there, doing that, but I can pick up on when it's something new, and then it gets my attention. So, yes. It's just that I love the news. I love just, staying as far, being informed on what's happening, not just here in Dallas, but everywhere. So I'm a world news watcher. I love all that.
And
I love all that.
with us saying read our news, do not forget in our market, read the Thread Up trend report. You may not sell on Thread Up, you may not buy on Thread Up, it does not matter. Thread Up puts out a trend report about the secondhand market, because as a reseller, we're in the secondhand market. So read their trend report. It's full of good information. You can always fact check it, and stuff like that. So that's a good place to start in the resale market. The trend report from Thread Up.
Right. I don't know you mentioned that before, and I meant to do that, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull that up, because I kind of want, of course, we need to be in the know.
We do.
And stuff.
Because we don't want to be blocked.
Yeah, I'm going to pull that up.
Christy,
right.
She watching the 6 o'clock news at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now I get up at 5:45. I cannot start my day with the news. Lord Jesus.
Look, I'm just turning over, first of all, for some 6 o'clock news. I'm on my next set of sleep for the next few hours. But when I had a different schedule, yes, I did watch the news, like at 7 in the morning, while I'd be getting ready to go to work or whatever. But now I catch the news at 11. Well, I used to, but now I'm on here, so I don't. So that leads me to catch the news again, like about 12:30ish. I get 30 minutes in, and then again at 4. But I just like to stay in the know. I just always have watched the news. I think I just got that from my parents.
Yeah.
My mom just always did. But Terry mentioned the Daily Show. I do love Trevor Noah. I love Trevor Noah.
Girl.
He is, oh my God, he is hilarious.
Listen to me.
Hilarious.
My husband is thebomb.com. Wouldn't trade him for nothing in the world. But if I wasn't
Trevor Noah,
I would be all like, what is he like? Let's figure out if I can cook it. I don't cook now, right? And they're like, oh, he wants a girl that wears this. Okay, let me go over to the studio and see if I can meet him. I would be all that girl for Trevor Noah, because let me tell you this, growing up beautifully melanated in America, I did not know for a long time that Black people lived other places with accents. Do you understand what I say? Because growing up, I loved a man with an accent, but it was either mainly, London, England accent. I was like, yeah, Australian, it was kind of weird, but I think it's cute. But a South American mixed Black man? Oh my God. I was like, what? I didn't know that was an option on the menu. Okay. So, yes, Trevor. Hello.
Well, Hunty, he is, he's just hilarious to me. He's just hilarious to me.
And I do because he's been locked down. So he's got this amazing. I love it. Trevor, you're my boy.
I know his accent. Yeah. Well, they say now, don't quote me on this, but they say that those are the guys that are most attractive are men with accents.
Yes.
So, yes, I don't know that, but I listened to his book, A Serious Dramedy. Yes. Oh, you know it.
I didn't even read that. I'm reading that Christy has insomnia in the spring. Somebody explain to me how that works. It's seasonal insomnia.
I think that at first, my doctor thought I had insomnia, and I was just like, no, I don't have insomnia. I'm just a night owl. That's two different things to me.
It's two different things.
It is, because you know what? Once I go to bed, I'm out. Whether it be 2 p.m., whether it be 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. But I've really started lately to try to go to bed early. So, but insomniacs, they just can't sleep. They're up. So I was like, no, I don't have insomnia. I just have ain't ready to go to bed syndrome.
Right. And I understand, because I was up to 3 a.m. Must have been Saturday, because it wasn't last night. I was up to like midnight, but the night before I was up to 3. I was like, what is wrong with my life? I need to sleep. But yes, Trevor Noah is good. I agree. Oh, he had to read it for school. Yes, I like that teacher.
Oh, yes. I would love that class if we're going to get to read some good stuff like that. But instead of this old dry stuff I had to read back in the day.
What's that book that y'all talked about last night on Terry's show?
Oh my God, the coldest winter ever. And I'm telling you that, like I said last night, it is a awesome, awesome, awesome book. It's not for everybody because, there's language and all this other grown folks stuff, But I tell you, if you're just curious about it or whatever, I highly suggest this book. I mean, it is an amazing. I mean, the story itself just gets you involved. It hooks you from the beginning. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I love about it. A good book, if it just grabs me from the beginning, I'm here for it. But like I said, this ain't no Danielle Steele, honey, or Jackie Well, no, it's not even a Jackie Collins, honey. This really gets to the nitty gritty, not just the meat and potatoes.
Gotcha.
But it's a very good book. I highly recommend it. And I'm like, Terry, we are waiting for somebody to make this a movie.
Yeah, I look forward to that. It is a good book. I would agree. I love the author.
Have you read it?
I don't read. I listen to books, but we call it read because how do I say read? Audiobook is my life. I don't have time to sit down and read. I run a business. I'm a mom and a wife. I can't sit here and be like, oh, look at this book. No. So it's
girl, yeah, see, I can't do that because maybe I'm just old school. I love having a physical book in my hand. I mean, if I'm going to read it, I need to be able to read. I don't want it on a Nook. I don't want it on my phone or any device. I need to have a physical copy in my hand that, I can turn the pages. I don't know. It's something about that for me.
And I used to, of course, before audiobooks, I would read a physical book. But I was a child. I had nothing but free time. And so maybe later in life, when my child is grown and out of my house, my husband's in the other room trying to get away from me, because I'm always right next to him, I will read a book.
Girl, you don't wait that long to get a physical book. But,
I mean, physical books in my life. I have a little library. They're all pretty, but I've never actually read the physical pages. I've only ever listened to them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, girl, I have to have a physical copy. I mean, like now that I kind of may have carved out a little extra time in my life, I can actually start reading the new Twilight book because it's sitting here on my nightstand. And girl, don't do that about Twilight. Girl, I am a Twilight lover. I've read all the books and watched and keep some of the movies on my DVR because I have to have moments. And for 2 weeks, they showed Twilight, all of them. And I was there for it every weekend. I don't care how many times it comes on, I'm going to watch it. Michelle feels my pain. She's with me on this. Michelle loves Twilight.
I know. She said audio books. So we putting stuff in everybody's
That's Christy. That's Christy.
Oh, where's Michelle? I don't even see it.
Well, Michelle hasn't agreed yet, but Michelle and I have talked.
She's going to.
We are in agreement. We are in agreement that we love Twilight. Have you ever watched the movie?
Fictional things that can't happen. Like, you can give me a fictional story like Jim Bob and Sue Billy went wherever, but it could happen in real life. I don't know. They just came to mind. They can happen in real life. But what can't happen is you be half human and half wolf or whatever they are. I don't do well with that. I'd be like, this can't happen. So I'm done. And so I'm over it. I have trouble. Sorry.
Let me tell you, I'm all about a good old vampire story. This is because as a young girl, I watched all the Dracula movies. I was fascinated with the Dracula movies. It was just something about it, and I'm still that way today. I absolutely love vampire vampire
well, love it. And you know what? I love you for that. So, hey.
Look, I told you that she said
yes. She said it. I put it on the screen.
Yes, absolutely love it.
Chrissy told me you know the script.
Oh, I do, honey, because they can get to certain parts and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I know. I can tell you what they're going to say before they say it. But I was that way. But mind you, I was that way about Color Purple. I can quote that movie, too, because I've watched it a gazillion times.
What movie?
The Color Purple.
Oh, The Color Purple. Yeah, see, that's a good movie. I like that. I can do that. I can do that. Yeah.
Yes, honey. I can quote that. You told Harpo to beat me. Yes,
Yeah,
honey.
that's my favorite line. Boy, looky here. I felt that in my bones when she said it. I was like,
know.
ooh.
And that little boy, it's gonna rain on your head. I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, I just love it's just certain parts, that
Yes,
get me.
yes, I agree.
But
Before I forget, I want to tell all the Slayers. So I asked Rhonda, she has not watched it, but hopefully she's going to watch it now, darling, if they even still have it. So on Netflix, there's a show called Slobby's World. I want to say I watched it at the beginning of the pandemic, maybe before. I don't remember, but I watched it because I was so excited because it's about a man who has his own shop. I think in LA, I don't remember, but he's a reseller basically. And it was just exciting to see a show about a reseller because I was like, well, what? They don't have these. Because in my dreams, I want someone to follow me around with a camera and make a show about me reselling. So then when I saw it, I was like, he's living my dream. I want that too. So I watched the whole thing. There were not enough episodes for my liking, but it's called Slobby's World.
Put that in the comments.
Right? Okay. The reason I'm telling you guys is because Slobby is going to be on, Cali Reseller Lewis YouTube channel today live. It was the same channel that Leslie from A Reseller's Passion was on the other day. Thank goodness I got on that and was supporting my girl because that's how I heard that he will be. She was actually on Lone Star's channel, but Lone Star does it with Cali Reseller Lewis together, kind of how like me and Rhonda do it, and they switch every Monday whose show is going to be live on. So it's today. YouTube. It's hard to talk and type, y'all. So that's the name of the channel. And then it is
Cali Reseller Lewis YouTube channel. Okay.
Right. And it's Slobby Robbie. His name is Michael, but I think
what a name, honey.
I think his name is Robert. Sorry, that's my fault.
Yeah, so what now? So is this Slobby Robbie? Is that the YouTube channel?
No, Slobby Robbie is the man. Slobby Robbie is the guy who's on the show of Slobby's World on Netflix. He is the man being interviewed on the Cali Reseller Lewis YouTube channel.
Okay, so Cali Reseller Lewis. Okay. Because I'm just like, I need to see this. Yeah, because I think that is I think that is an awesome idea to have someone follow you around.
Please, I want a real live show, like the Real World or Road Rules or whatever, Housewives of wherever, like that, where the cameras follow you around in your life. But for my resale life, you have no. If I had the money, I would have a production crew. Y'all know I talk about this all the time, and they would just be following me. I was watching the game last night. The Green Bay Packers and whoever else. Packers lost. Not the point. So at the end of the game, I was with my baby girl, and some people were like getting their shots off. So they were shooting people with the camera because like they weren't moving around like they were supposed to keep everything else out of the background at the point. So I said, baby girl, do you see that camera? I was like, he has it attached to his waist and it keeps the shot still. And it's like on a stick, but it's still the big professional camera. And he can walk around wherever he wants. He can turn it. He can switch hands and it just keeps everything still framed. And I was like, baby girl, one day I'm going to hire someone and they are going to walk around with that high-tech camera and they're going to film what we've got going on, our business and this empire that we are building. Not going to cry. But yes. So I just want to let y'all know about the show. It's today. I'm trying to figure out what time because everyone's time zone is different. So give me just a second.
I set my reminder, so hopefully I can catch this.
I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So everyone can convert that to their time.
I've closed it out.
27 minutes and 51 seconds. We're about to end here. So you'll have a chance to get some water, take a bathroom break, get a snack, and then jump back on the YouTube channel for wherever I said it was going to be happening. Cali Reseller Lewis.
Yes, that's Slobby Robbie.
Yes, and you can watch it. So I'm so excited. I want to tell y'all that. Hopefully you guys got some good information about the Creator Studio for Facebook and Instagram, created by Facebook. So you can definitely use it on your Instagram and not get kicked off. It is 100% free. Schedule everything. It's schedule at least one post for every day in a week or every day in a month, whenever you have time to just sit down and do it. And then even if you have one scheduled, if you want to post more stuff, you always can. They say post 3 times a day. I don't have time for that, but some people do. And so if you have one scheduled, then you only have to think of 2 more creative ones, or you could schedule all 3. You know, that works too. But I just want to make sure you guys knew a tool that didn't cost you money and was not going to get your account locked down, shadow banned, or cut off, because it's so important. There's so many tools out there advertising, and there's so many people out there advertising. This keeps your account secure. You get to stay in control, and you are still free from all of the rules and regulations of Facebook, because they made it just for you. So hope that helps.
And I'm interested, if you guys try it, let me know. I think I'm gonna give it a try, and I'll talk about it, let you guys know. Yes, definitely don't forget to smash the thumbs up on your way out. We really appreciate it, just like we appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us here.
Yes, and don't forget that Terry, myself, and Brittany will be in Clubhouse today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about it's okay not to be okay in Terry's room. So you have to find Terry, and then she'll be in. I don't know how to do it. We'll put the link in our bio, because I don't know how to tell you how to get there. I can never find it. She'd be having to invite me. I'll be like, oh Lord, where is the room? So
my God,
in our bio, all 3 of our bios, and you can just find it there for today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then every Thursday, all 3 of us, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Clubhouse. But of course, we will catch you tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Swagslayer Talk with myself, Tiana, and my lovely co-host, Rhonda from the Pink Diva Studios. Have a wonderful day. Catch Slobby's World on Cali, Reseller, Lewis YouTube channel. And I'll talk to you later, Slayers. Bye.
Bye.